Right. Good afternoon, everyone. So, in this presentation, we will talk about what is a delegate, right? So, if you see, one of the standard answers in the market about delegate is that delegate is nothing but it is a pointer to a function. Okay. When I look at this definition, it looks very, very monotonous to me. Okay, and also it looks very stupid. I'll tell you why. For example, let me code a small delegate here, and then we can just discuss out what is the need of delegate. Okay, so if you say delegate is a pointer to a function, that means you are saying something like this. For example, let us say I have a method here, static void sum method, let us say. Okay, and in this sum method, let me go and create a simple console.writeLine saying method called. Okay, now if you say delegate is a pointer to a function, that means if you see the code of delegate, it looks like this. So basically you go and you create a delegate, so like this, saying sum method pointer, right? So you can see that I have created a delegate called as sum method pointer, and later what I can do is I can take this pointer, I can create an object of this pointer, and I can point it to that sum method, right? I can point it to that sum method, and I can just go ahead and invoke that object. So you can see now, you can see that I have created a delegate, and this delegate sum method pointer is pointing towards some method, and I'm saying invoke, right? So if I do a control F5 over here, you can see that my method has been invoked. But now, does it make sense? Does it make sense? I mean, I can call this sum method myself. I can just say sum method, that's it, right? Why do I have to go indirectly and call this sum method? Are we getting, guys? In other words, can't I do something like this? I can just go ahead and say here sum method, right? So the next question to think about is that basically, what is the meaning, or what is the benefit of calling a method directly, and what is a benefit of calling a method indirectly via a delegate pointer, right? So this is the understanding of delegate technically, but from the real point use, we are still not getting the answer that why do we need delegates. Okay, a method which can be called directly, what is the point of calling that method indirectly? So in order to get the real essence of delegate, or in order to really understand that why we need delegate, let us try to go into basics. Let us just go back to our school days, and let us try to understand that what is the English meaning of delegate? What does this dictionary meaning of delegate means? Okay, if you go and hunt around, right, the dictionary meaning of delegate, you will come to know that delegate is a kind of a representative. You must have heard this sentence now and then, saying that, okay, the US delegate went to this country and did this. The Indian delegate visited to this region and did this, right? So basically, if you look at the real world, or if you look at the English meaning of delegate, actually, this delegate word is used, whenever, you are talking about a representative. Okay, and the main goal of this representative is to communicate between two parties. So when I say that an Indian representative has been sent to Nepal, that means this representative is going to communicate between Nepal and India, right? So that is the meaning of delegate when it comes to real world. And let me tell you, that is what exactly is the meaning of delegates even in C# at the end of the day, right? So delegate here in C# is meant to do communication between two things. Okay, so let me explain you what does it mean. So now assume, for example, so let me go and delete all these codes over here what I've written. Now assume that you have a class, so let us say you have a class here called as class my class, and this my class has some long running method, so I'm going to go and create something saying long running. Okay, so there is a long running method over here, and inside this long running method, let us go and create a for loop, a kind of a huge for loop, which runs something like 10,000 times, right? And it loops through this and does something. Okay, Now this my class, I'm calling it from this program class here, or from my static void main. I'm trying to invoke my class. So over here I'm going to say obj dot long running, right? So now here we have two parties actually. So one party is this class program, my static void main, and the other party whom I'm calling is my class. Okay. Now let us say this first party, or the first entity over here, the program, wants to get informed that which number is at this moment running in the for loop. So he wants to get updates live from this long running method. Okay. So what we can do over here is we can go and create a delegate, right? So I can go and say that in this my class, I can go and create a delegate here, okay, saying callback, okay, and this my class will say that, okay, anybody can pass me the delegate function here, and I will ensure that I will make a callback and pass him the current running number, right? So you can see now this my class is saying me, okay, send me your delegate via this, and I will ensure you that I will send all the messages via the delegate. So now what this program over here can do is he can go and pass him a method name, right? So in other words, let us say that I have some method here called as callback, right? And console.write line. So I can go and pass this callback method, right, to this my class over here. So you can see now I'm passing him this callback method, and this callback method is now becoming a delegate, right? So it is a delegate to this my class. So now what this my class does is it actually goes and calls back via this delegate and informs the program, right, that which is the current running number. So if I do a control F5, so if I do this, so there you can see now my numbers are getting displayed. So in other words, what is happening is that basically this my class is communicating the data via the delegate. So the real use of delegate, right, in C# is callbacks, callbacks, and callbacks, right? So the way we say in our real world, that delegate is nothing but it is kind of a representative, who helps us to communicate. In the same way here in C#, delegate is nothing but a representative, which will help us to call back and do the data communication. So I hope that, this presentation was useful. In this presentation, I was trying to bring out the real essence of delegates and trying to make you understand that what exactly is the need of delegates in C#. So next time, when you talk about delegates, don't just say that delegate is a pointer to a function. Delegate is that, delegate is that. The main use of delegate is communication between two parties. The main use of delegates is callbacks, callbacks, and callbacks. Thank you.